Hello, everybody. I'm Briggs from All Day Anime, and joining me today we have my good friend Nuxy Boy.
Yo, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
But of course, I'm so excited. We're doing tier lists live on Twitch. Would do it on YouTube, but YouTube doesn't like me apparently, so we're doing it on Twitch. Um,
Hey, that makes both of us. Never fear. All my videos are demonetized as well.
Big rip. All right, so we're doing the best rage moments in anime. Nux actually came up with the topic, and I just put together the tier list, and everyone live watching us saw how bad I am at being a tech master.
So, definitely follow him on Twitch.
Yes, that is
That's
the
what
correct
he's trying
answer.
to say.
I did like a 7-hour drunk soul stream the other day for
Which is
Dark
very
Souls.
cool.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. Honestly, I streamed 40 hours in the last 38 days or 28 days.
That's pretty hype.
Yeah. All right, do you want to jump into this?
Yes, let us do that exactly.
Sweet. All right, so the first pick we have here, we have Luffy, and his specific rage moment that we chose was when he punched the Celestial Dragon in the face. He got so pissed off because the Celestial Dragon was being, a big doofus, a big asshole. He was being racist towards Kami.
Asshole, so YouTube's bot doesn't demonetize.
Yeah.
the video for it.
Yes, of course. Where do you think we should put it?
Well, honestly, if you pay attention to the actual tier list, you'll notice the ranks are SSS, SS, SA, and B. We don't have C and lower because we only picked really epic rage moments, so we're basing them against each other.
Yes.
As far as what we got here, I'd say Luffy's, even though the moment is amazing, and it's one of my favorite moments in the series. As far as rage moments go, I don't know if I wouldn't give it higher than S.
I'm okay with S just because I agree. It's a great moment because of how meaningful it was and like showed how little how much Luffy cared about his friends and how much he didn't give a shit about the consequences. No one else would punch a Celestial Dragon ever, but actually I feel like he didn't look crazy enraged. It wasn't a super hype moment because of the rage, but rather because of what he was doing and how much of a taboo it really was. It wasn't the rage that made it hype. It was just he was a little bit he was obviously pissed, and then he did something he shouldn't. Most people wouldn't do. I'm down with that.
Luffy sitting in the middle at S. We may jostle him around later, but for now, I think it's very appropriate.
All right, which one do you want to do next? I don't even know which Dororo moment we're doing. So choose one of these moments.
I don't know. I guess we could go in order. But this scene from Dororo, look, I am not someone who's fully caught up to Dororo, but everyone was telling me I needed to include this moment. I was sort of hoping you saw it. I did see this bit of the episode, and it is pretty amazing.
Was it? I only didn't watch the last 3 episodes. Was it in the last 3 episodes?
I don't even know. I'm a bunch of episodes behind.
Oh. Well, I'd imagine it was the moment where he got really pissed off and cut his brother's eye and killed a bunch of people, I think.
Well, he definitely did kill a bunch of people. That's kind of his thing.
I feel like it wasn't that great of a moment. If I'm thinking of the right moment, I feel like he got pissed a couple times, and nothing really stands out to me.
So, Dororo is a standout show as far as seasonal anime. But as far as this tier list goes, I would give it a B. Not gonna lie.
Also,
I think it's the worst rage moment on the whole list.
So people are saying it's when the girl dies. I remember that moment.
Yes,
the girl got pissed, and then he cut the guy's arm off and stabbed a bunch of people.
Yes, and it's an amazing scene. However, to compare it to everything else on the list, I don't know. I find it lacking.
Yeah,
B or A.
It was definitely a messed up scene, but I'll give it a B. Honestly, it's the worst out of everything here.
All right, I'm glad we can agree.
All right, which one do you want to do next?
So we could go in order, like gentlemen, or
right,
we could jump around to leave guts for last.
We will leave guts for last.
Hell yeah.
Mob,
right,
so
Mob
has some hype rage moments.
And, oh my god, all of his rage moments
Yeah.
are at least SS tier. At least.
Minimum.
I don't know. As a huge fan of Mob Psycho and as a huge fan of Mob as well as his character development, when he blows up, it's put so perfectly in the actual story. It fits thematically and it really enhances his character for the entirety of the series.
Oh yeah, exactly. You're honestly waiting for because it's being count down to 100, or I guess up. Yeah, because it's we actually have a timer for when he blows up and has his rage moment. it's honestly like you're waiting for it the entire series, and then it hits, and it hits so hard, and it just shows the extent to his power. And most of the time, he has these rage moments because of something meaningful. So, both honestly, at
Yeah.
the end of both series, we have two fantastic moments. I mean,
Yeah, but those aren't really rage moments. The rage moments would be like when
the
he
one with his
sees,
dad,
well,
right?
he thought his whole family
Family,
was
yeah.
burnt to a crisp.
But that's what I'm saying. It was towards the end. I guess it maybe wasn't towards the end of the series, but
Yeah, it was towards the
that
end.
was yeah.
I don't know. I'd give it a SS,
I'm
and
pretty
that's
sure
like lowballing.
that's like the only rage moment he has. No, I guess he
Well,
has
he
the one in
also
that
had
other
in season
world.
one. In season one, he had
No,
when
I'm
he
talking
fought
about.
the guy that was jumping around.
But in
Give
season
it the
two,
brother.
he had. I feel like he had two. He had one in that other world that the person created, but also
Yes.
when he thought his family was dead and he freaked out, um, kicked a couple people, a bunch of people's asses. But it just
I have to
honestly,
say,
I've
my
just,
favorite of his rage moments was season two. That season two moment where he thought his whole family was burnt up,
yeah. Honestly, I
and then
think
he
it's on
just
par
like
with
flew around the
Luffy's.
city, blowing everything up.
I think it's on par with Luffy's. I'm gonna give it an S. What do
What?
you want to give it an SS?
I wasn't sure between SS and triple S. Like I would give it SS at least.
The thing is, he has so many as well. Even in season one, when he's fighting those last guys, I thought that was really hype. Doesn't he
But
transfer
it's
to
all about
Rager too?
it's all about who he is personally. That's what the whole show is.
Yeah,
It's all about this guy Mob, who's this socially inept individual who's always, bottling up his emotions. And here they just explode. And he becomes a totally different person because of it. And you really see the crazy extent of his power and who he is. I don't
So
know. I would say SS.
chat is saying SS, so I'll agree.
All right.
I'll agree with you.
Awesome.
Oh my god, we have an SSS moment next.
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh my god, Gon.
Gon versus Pito.
When he goes like adult mode and he doesn't he fuck up his Nen for the rest of the series?
Well, you know how those Nen conditions work? His condition was that he is willing to die for this boost.
Yeah, and because
So
it was such a
that's the ultimate
severe
condition.
because it was such a severe condition that he put in, he was able to achieve Oh my god, I guess a lot of follows. I don't know what happened.
We don't mind. We don't mind. Keep it coming. Keep it
All
coming.
right, I have the list. back on.
However, I think Gon is unequivocally a triple S moment.
1000%. Also, I thought it was pretty cool because it's kind of hinted like maybe if he didn't like lose his Nen or whatever, that he could achieve that form later on when he's fully grown.
I'm sure he still will. I mean, the manga didn't really focus on him at all past where the anime ended. It's like
Yeah,
we're in an arc with Kurapika. We focused on the Hunter Association a bit with Hisoka. We never really saw Gon since then, but I'm sure he will be very dope.
Yeah, and Pito said he was as strong as Meruem, which
Yeah,
is
something
crazy.
along those lines. Or at least she could, or he, whatever it was, couldn't tell the difference between their strength.
Yeah, it was just
It was amazing.
It's hard to even describe how hype of a moment it was. Like, it just blew my mind. It's 100% SSS.
Yeah, I don't see anything on this list easily defeating it.
No. Do you know which moment we're talking about for Levi?
Yeah, I was talking about the moment where his entire squad got wiped out, like in a flashback.
It happened like 7
Or
times.
a certain thing that happened in the manga that's really a major spoiler that had a little bit to do with the Beast Titan.
So that's the one I was thinking of, and that's why I
So for
asked
me,
to
that's his
verify.
best rage moment. However, it's major spoilers, and I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was. That's why I asked you which moment, because the only one that I remembered was the one where he has to kill certain people because of what the Beast Titan did. And I'm just,
Oh my god, that is one of my favorite scenes in Attack on Titan.
like, I want to give it SSS off bat, but then you're talking about a different one. I don't really
No,
remember.
okay, we can talk about that one, I guess, and we don't need to.
We just won't
really-
spoil.
We don't need to spoil, but if you know what we're talking about, it was like I don't know 6 chapters ago in Attack on Titan.
Oh my god.
That
was
scene
crazy.
is so powerful. I would give it an SS.
So what was the
And
other one though?
If you're not reading the manga and you're basing it off anything you've seen in the anime thus far, know that it completely surpasses all of that. Okay.
My phone just died.
Rip.
So what was the other moment you were talking about? Just out of curiosity.
It wasn't in the actual series. It was in like an OVA or a side manga
Oh.
where
Let's just
where
give
his
him an
whole
S.
squad got wiped out.
Let's just give
I
him
would
an
give him
SS, I mean.
SS. Hell yeah.
Honestly, that moment is like really good though. The one in the manga.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really is.
Oh my God, we have Meliodas next.
All right, Meliodas.
This one's
So
really
as far
high,
as rage moments, what are you talking about? I would think when he wiped out Danafor.
100%. So what ends up happening is, well, he's the Sin of Wrath, and he was, I guess, given that name because of his backstory. And the one time it's like really revealed to us, we get little snippets, but we get like a full story in season 2 when he's going through his trial to get his power back. And in that
Yep.
moment, he has to keep on reliving what happened in the past. And in the past, he destroyed Danafor, or is it Danafor? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So what ended up happening was Liz, who
Or
coincidentally,
Danfall in the dub.
yeah, I was
But whatever.
confused. Yeah, whatever. Liz in who coincidentally looks much like Elizabeth, dies. Liz is
Oh.
the love of his life, and he loses control of his power, his wrath, his emotions.
And wipes out a country.
Literally a crater where the country used to be is what we get shown. And honestly, I feel like the trial part makes me like it so much more because
Yes.
you keep on seeing it over and over and over again. Him keep on going through the same thing. And it's actually a kind of a reference to the whole reincarnate. Fuck, am I allowed to say this? This is spoiler territory too, isn't it?
Nah. Basically, he had to relive this nation being wiped out by his own wrath again and again and again, while he's constantly being consumed by this same rage every single time until he can get over it. That is what they call a bad hair day.
But like, Nux, you know what happens later in the manga and the
Oh, yeah.
actual curse that is on him and Elizabeth, which I won't
Oh,
say,
yeah.
I guess. But because of what that is and how it directly connects to his trial, it makes that moment so much better. In hindsight, I guess. Oh, it's so good. It's just so good. It's such an impactful scene, especially when he comes back from the trial and he has like tears dripping down his face, and he's just like, I need to like get rid of my emotions, which is another thing that happens every time the curse happens. Oh my God, it's such a good scene, and I can't talk about it. It's killing me. Where do you want to put it? I'm feeling
Well,
SS.
I don't know. I'm aiming between A and S.
Really?
Because I don't think it's Levi manga scene level.
But
I don't think it's mob level.
I feel like because of the meaning, I'm just so biased, man. I'm such a SDS fanboy. All right, I'll give it an S.
I'm leaning
then.
between A and S.
I'll give it an S.
All right.
Bro,
S
it's
it
better
is.
than Luffy's, man.
Yeah, but I was gonna give Luffy's an A.
Oh,
Or
okay,
an
that's
S.
fair.
I
That's
was
fair.
I was leaning. I consider them around equivalent.
All right, we'll move on to Obito then.
All right, move on to Obito then. So this Obito scene, I believe we're talking about where he's just cured after being crushed by the boulder, which should have definitely killed him. He pops out, and lovely Madara happens to be like, "Oh, Obito, never fear, I will heal you, and I have absolutely no ulterior motives." And Obito's like, "Oh my God, that sounds epic, Grandpa." So then he like fuses with Toby, which is that Zetsu thingo with the mask shape, and he walks out and everything's lovely. And then he happens to see Kakashi kill Rin. Kakashi, the guy that he died saving, kill
Just-
Rin,
just
the person
threw
that he died
her
to
body.
protect. That is an oof moment,
A
big time.
oof. Large.
And
oof.
then he goes into major rage mode and kills like a whole group of enemy ninja and stuff. It's a pretty epic moment, not gonna lie.
It's a good moment, but like, I don't know, A or S for me, I guess. A. I'm gonna give it an A.
I would give it an A as well.
All right, A it is. That's a nice little voice crack there, Brigo.
Hell yeah, Lord Brigo.
Hell yeah, Lord E. Brigo. Oh my God.
If you compliment yourself enough, the voice crack retroactively disappears.
What happened? I don't even remember voice cracking. All right, A it is. All right, A it is. All right, A it is.
Anyway, never fear. You'll find it in the editing process. Next, we have Rin versus, I think his name was Amaimon, the Earth Demon, in season 1, of course, while it was still following the manga.
I'm trying to think here. Like, I remember it, but I feel like I don't remember it too specifically, like enough to. I feel like it was probably a lower tier moment. Like, it was good. Like, I do remember the moment, but because it's like I feel like everything else I remember so vividly that it couldn't have been that good.
So again, I like the moment, but I would put it in B as well. Because,
So,
like, all these moments are pretty dope.
again, just we have SSS to B because we picked our favorite moments.
Yeah, and it's going to be really brutal to do these next 4, not going to lie.
Honestly,
This is going to be impossible.
Mustang was it Envy?
Yeah.
Mustang versus Envy goes down in history, man.
Oh, man.
I always forget which sin it was, but just the
Envy.
whole him burning himself, almost going unconscious, coming back with the lighter, and just fucking torching Envy. It was. I will never forget it. It's one of the greatest scenes in anime.
Hell yes, it is. I would say it's a three S's right there. I
Thank
mean,
God. I'm like,
not
do I
much
have to
to
convince
say.
this guy to put a triple S? Because I
I
will.
mean,
I'm the man with the mouse. I control where it goes. It's going into triple S.
yeah, I don't see anywhere else to put it, to be honest.
Thank God. Now
But
convince
I
me
think
where
you're kind of
Gintoki
mixing
is.
up lust and envy. But
I always do.
anyway, I'm talking about the scene where it's the transformy dude that turns into the little sluggy thing.
Yeah. No, I know. I always mix up like what their sins actually are. But I'm talking about the right moment, right? That's my favorite moment.
Yeah,
Thank God.
it's
I was,
amazing.
I was gonna say, if you're talking about a different moment, you're wrong. That's the best moment.
To be fair, I think that that's probably one of my favorite moments in the whole series.
Yeah. Oh, it's so
But just like the revenge for killing best daddy ever,
good. Yeah.
aside from
Honestly,
Whitebeard.
I said this a bunch of times, except for Whitebeard. Good reference. Everyone go watch Round Cafe and subscribe. I'll link it down below. Honestly, I want to rewatch the original FMA just so I could see what happens with Hughes again.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
so good. That's another great moment.
Yeah.
All
That
right, so
was
we
a...
have Gintama next. Do you want to hype
Next
me
we have
up?
Gintama and whatever.
I haven't seen it.
Whatever. So just like I would put it in the three S's, but maybe I'm biased. So
Really? Okay. Tell me why it deserves to be there. I
look,
haven't
there's
seen it.
nothing I could say that'll convince you.
Well, I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna let your judgment, like decide where it goes. But like, you gotta at least give me something here.
So the thing is, with Gintama, one of the most beautiful aspects to the series is the bonds that the characters share. So despite all of the crass moments and the sarcastic comedy and the satire, there are these bonds that existed in the past that Gintoki especially is pushing forward. Gintoki is viewing the entire series through a perspective of hope for the future, while his three friends you know, that he spent time with in the past, they all grasped onto a different ideal in order to cope with the suffering that they went through. For example, Takatsuki, or whatever his name is, I suck at names, he wanted revenge, and Katsuro was gripping onto the past. And whatever. The point is, despite all their massive differences, every single one of them is linked together due to the bonds that they share. And any moment in the series where there's any form of team up between especially any of those four, it's one of the best moments in anime.
I honestly I can't give anything here,
So
but
I don't know. You could put it
uh,
in like, I don't
no,
know,
I can't bring
average or
it.
something.
Like before, I would bring it down when we were talking about how good a show is, but you're talking about a specific moment that I haven't seen, and even if I were to see the moment, which maybe I have when I was editing your video, um, I don't know the build up and the history behind it, right?
Right. No, watching the moment itself is not going to do anything for you. I mean, you'll see him with a very cool expression, and the whole screen goes black and white as he strikes
Yeah. So
because he's so badass. He even scares color away.
I actually have seen the moment you're talking about because I put it in your video, but
Very cool.
I obviously don't know the significance behind it and everything like that. The only reason I was able to bring Gintama down in one of our previous tier lists was because I've watched the first 75 episodes, and I'm like, nothing deserves to be SSS if I wasn't interested 75 episodes in, right? Like, it was still good, but I don't think it was like, it belonged with everything else that was in the top tier. And regardless of how much better it could get later on, I just don't think it should take 75 episodes at like an average pace and or an average rate to like become SSS, you know?
I do hear what you're saying, but anyway, I could defend Gintama all day, but I think it would be a much better idea to put him in a happy medium, put him in S, since
No,
I like him and you're sort of
yeah.
in between.
That's something for Gintama that we did a happy medium and put him in S last time, but not SS. But for this, I'll put him the moment in SSS because I can't judge the moment, obviously.
All right. Well, I'm good with that. Not
SSS it
gonna lie.
is.
Well, the SSS rank is gonna have more than everything else.
Takamura versus Eagle.
Yeah. Lord Brigo, take it away.
Well, you're the one who you recently watched this fight, right?
Yeah, it was
What
pretty dope. Anytime Takamura is on screen, it's already at least an SS
the
moment.
best moment in Hajime no Ippo. And it's like a really cool build up to this fight because you get a first moment where he has to earn the fight for his first world championship against a different guy. I don't remember his name. Do you remember his name? Was it Hawk?
Nope. I can't keep track.
All right. But anyway, he was like undernourished, had a bad weigh in and all that, and he literally still punched. Well, first he defends his championship with only using his left to show how strong he is. Then
Yes!
he gives back his belt and goes and knocks someone through the ropes while he's like malnourished and all that. Fights a world championship, wins a world championship, and then we get and like the first one was super dirty, everything about it was terrible, and then we get this fight with Eagle. And Eagle is this like stand-up good guy. To the point that when Takamura was like bleeding through one eye, he wasn't targeting his injury. And Takamura gets pissed off because it's like, this is boxing. This is life or death. If someone has a weakness, you target their weakness. We're on the world stage. This is serious. Don't take me lightly. And he gets super pissed off. That's not even the moment itself that I'm talking about, but like, and then the funny thing is when Eagle has an injury, Takamura targets it like an absolute badass, even though it seems shitty. It just that's what boxing is. It's a fight to the death. Um,
Is when Takamura is in the rink, essentially that's exactly what it is.
exactly. In the ring.
Whatever. I'm no sports guy. Okay,
Yeah.
I talk about anime.
I'm kidding, but honestly, I haven't seen this fight in a long time. So like, what were your thoughts on the fight? I honestly want to pull it up and watch it.
I would give it an SS,
You give it an SS? All right.
although I do love it.
It's hard to like hype it up. I tried my best, but it's just so good.
I mean, essentially, you're trying to hype up boxing. I mean, Logan Paul did it. I mean,
Wow.
But this is a slightly better and far cooler version.
Compared to Logan Paul. All right.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're fucking watching that fight after this stream. Not
Hell
after
yes,
the
we
stream.
are.
On stream after this bracket. Let's talk about Guts first, though.
Yes. So, Guts, the beauty of Guts is all of his moments are 3S rage moments.
Which one are you talking about specifically? 'Cause I know there's
I don't have any specific ones in mind.
Quite a
I
few.
mean, literally all of them. I think for me, the most powerful rage moment of Guts is after Griffith does
the thing.
a little certain something during the eclipse that Guts did not per se enjoy, and he chops his own arm off with a blunt sword to run at him.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't get far badasser than that.
Yeah, I'm making a tournament bracket right now about the most badass characters. Part 3. I feel like Guts has to win it, man. I'm still like, it's not decided, but I feel like he has to win it.
Oh yes, he does.
All right, I'm putting him in SSS.
Yeah, if you had a 4S rank, then that's where we go.
Honestly, okay, out of the SSS rank, how would we order these?
I
I
would
can't do it.
personally order them Guts first, then Gon, then Roy, then Gintoki.
Wow, okay. I'm okay with that. For me, the Gon and versus Pito. Oh, I can't decide. I actually can't decide. This is way too hard. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I was gonna put Mustang a little bit higher, but whatever. An SS, I'm
an
okay with the
SS
order as well.
Yeah, I'm more or less okay. I think I would put
Levi ahead.
Levi first.
Okay.
And Mob in middle.
I already knew what you were gonna say.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, Meliodas before Luffy here,
Yeah, same.
and I don't care about the beat.
And I don't really care. Sure, whatever. You guys
Anyway.
can fight over last place.
Thank you so much, Nux, for doing this with me. We might be doing another
Truly
one
my pleasure.
right after this. It was a ton of fun. Everyone follow Nux Taku on YouTube and Twitter, and follow me on Twitch because, you know, I stream and do fun things like this.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Shin Paku.
And stay weird, fam.
Hell yeah.